the Tommy Oliver pack. Alright guys, what's going on? So we got another Power Rangers Here's the Grid unboxing for you guys. Arguably one of the most popular Rangers, which is Tommy. Actually, Tommy's actually my personal favorite Ranger. I know a lot of you guys out there, it's also your favorite as well. And this pack is going to contain 4 of his actual like Rangers that he was, and then we got an evil robot of one of it. All right, let's go ahead and open up this guy, and let's take a look at what is inside. Something before I get into figures I want to talk about with the box. Now, if you guys, our last unboxing was the Zeo pack, and I just thought it was kind of I thought it was kind of weird, like, instead of saying, like, you know, the Ranger colors, like, or the Ranger names, they actually went with the character's, like, full name. It would have really funny if this one does say, like, you know, Dino Thunder Black, Mighty Morphin White, Mighty Morphin Green, that kind of stuff. It would have really funny if, like, they went that direction with this one, with this pack as well, and it would have just been Tommy Oliver, Tommy Oliver, Tommy Oliver, Tommy Oliver, and then Evil Robot Tommy. That would... That's just me personally. Also, something I want to add here is, now with the other boxes, like, you know, I don't talk about the box art too much, but the other boxes on the sides here, they usually try to put all the Rangers, all the characters. That's like they kind of like put them all inside. So over here we have Turbo and Green Ranger. And then over here we have like the evil robot, Dino Thunder Black, but instead of having the Dino Thunder Black Ranger, just the regular one, instead we went with this crossover of like, of the green and white, like kind of going, and like, you know, so personally I was just surprised that they didn't try to put like both of the Dino Thunder Rangers and the White Ranger here. I'm just curious like why they chose them, but it is a really cool thing of like just seeing him like, you know, split apart between green and white. So here we go. We got a new instruction manual. The first thing in here says, "Oh, Power Ranger till the end." Quote, Tommy Oliver. Well, it just says dash Tommy Oliver. I'll write it down here. But yeah. But this is this is our kind of like, you know, lets us know what's inside. And on the back over here we have a new mode called the Legendary Ranger mode, and I believe this one I haven't had a chance to actually go over yet, but I believe this one, since like, you know, these are all one character, like you can actually like switch between the characters, almost kind of like how Tommy was in that that recent special, the Dimensions in Danger, I believe the title was, where like Tommy was able to morph into all of his other costumes. So I believe that's like kind of its way of like doing that. So I'll take a look at that. That'll be really interesting, fun to try out. Like now, like the only other person you could probably do this kind of mode with, canonically I should say, would probably be like someone like Adam or Jason. Like not too many people had like this many powers like Tommy did. Just like the Zeo pack, the Zord cards were actually behind a thing. They didn't actually make like a divot for the Zord cards to fit in here. There are smarter people with packaging than I am, that they probably have reasons that they didn't do it, but I wish they found a way to do it. Here we go. We got all the figures here. Let's take a look at them. Is there any tape in here? Yeah, there's, of course there's tape on the side. Here we go. Here is our Red Turbo Ranger. So, you know, in the second movie, the second Power Rangers movie, you know, when they get the turbo powers, Tommy was actually the first Turbo Ranger. Then he, you know, passes his powers off to TJ. So over here we got Turbo Red. This is probably a good way to do this, because if they do eventually make a Turbo Ranger pack in the future, which I can see Turbo Rangers be the next thing that the fans demand for, only because like those are the ones that like people are so nostalgic for. Like I could see them like do that, and instead of it being like, you know, the 4 Rangers, like, you know, from like the 4 Rangers who first got the turbo powers, the, you know, the ones that we known from Mighty Morphin, they can do it for, like, you know, TJ, Cassie, Carlos, and them, Ashley. Don't forget Ashley. But yeah, but this is the Red Turbo Ranger, looks really cool. Again, we got like his like blaster in the holster. That's a really nice detail, and also on the sides are the little like triangle patches on the side of the thing. That, you know, they were on the sides of the shoulder in the series in Car Ranger, but they were not there in the movie for some reason. I guess like the wardrobe department just didn't want to put it there, or for some unknown reason. But yeah, that's pretty cool right there. Here we go. We got Dino Thunder Black Ranger. Dino Thunder is actually one of my favorite Disney seasons. Like when Disney took over, it was really cool. So like they brought back Tommy. They had him like a mentor, and then they made him into the Black Ranger, which was really cool. The only thing that kind of stunk about that season was that so Jason David Frank had this mandatory, like, he had this vacation, and instead of the production team kind of like filming around his vacation schedule, they just let him go on vacation, and then we were stuck with Tommy was just stuck in the suit for about 10 or 11 episodes. I can't remember how many. And so like it was just voiceover from him, and while he was just there in the suit while everyone else was like in their civilian outfits and clothes and not Rangers. You know, and I shouldn't say Tommy, I should say this is Dr. Oliver, you know, Dr. O right here. But yeah, really cool. I always like the design of the Abba Ranger costumes. Here is our Green Ranger. Like I said, this is a new sculpt, so like, if you have the Kickstarter, you have a Green Ranger, but the Green Ranger is not exactly like this. This is actually a really cool one. And we'll do a side-by-side comparison so you know which ones are which. But a really cool. I like the way he's like holding his dagger and everything. It's almost like he's kind of defending himself. All right, my personal favorite Ranger that he was is, and that is the White Ranger. Again, a new sculpt, not the same sculpt from the Kickstarter box set. But here we go. Look at that. Looks really good. I like the way he's like holding Saba. And then last, we actually got our enemy. For this, I'll look at the cards. I believe he's just a monster. I don't think he's a boss. But this is Evil Robot Tommy in Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. You know, the second season of Ninja Steel. They had this 25th anniversary episode where they brought back some of the Rangers from the past seasons. One of them was Tommy, so because of course they had to bring Tommy, one of the favorites. And what was happening was like they were making like evil robot versions of them, and so Tommy actually had to fight this Tommy as he morphed into this. A really cool design. Really like the spikes over here. Here are the cards that go with them, and let's go ahead and open it up. Here are the Green Ranger cards, and they are actually the exact same from the Kickstarter. So if you actually seen our Kickstarter unboxing videos, you've actually have seen these cards. There is going to be one difference, I'm pretty sure, and that should be over here with Solo Strike. They actually changed the ability for Solo Strike for this one. Then from what was originally in the Kickstarter version, I think they just kind of did some rebalancing over there. If you got the exclusive box from the previous Kickstarter campaign, then your Solo Strike card is going to be different from this one, but you should have actually got a replacement card to actually have this ability. I believe they did this for rebalancing purposes. So now, like I said, if you've actually got the previous Kickstarter set, these cards are going to look very familiar to you because they are going to be actually the same cards. Except for Solo Strike, which you should also have another one of those as well. Next, we're going to take a look at the White Rangers cards. And guess what? Look! We got shields on them! Now, as I mentioned, if you got the previous Kickstarter set, they sent replacement cards. So the big reason why was because these shields were missing when they printed it out and they shipped it to us. It just was missed, and so that's why they shipped everyone replacement cards. If you have not received replacement cards yet, definitely contact Renegade, and you should have got them by now. We got them we had them for like months now. They should have been out there. So, but for everyone who is worried about buying this and they're gonna be like, oh no, are these cards gonna be messed up too? But no, they are. They do have the shields now. All these cards are the exact same cards from the Kickstarter. All the art and abilities are the exact same from that set. Something I do kind of wish what they did was, I didn't want them to actually change the abilities of the cards, because that would have been more. That would have been more, but it would have been nice to actually have some unique art with these cards, just to have the cards from the Kickstarter set be more exclusive, and because if you're someone like us who had the previous set and now have this one, now you're you do have just a lot of these extra cards. Now at the same time with these extra cards, guess what? You're gonna have at least one set, especially the White Ranger set. One of those sets is gonna be mint, that there's gonna be no scratches, dings, or anything, and unless you just want to keep putting more cards in there. All right, so our first set of new ability cards is for the Turbo Red Ranger. Now, the first thing I see here is this Auto Blaster, and it's a really cool picture of the Red Turbo Ranger with the blaster. I really like this picture. However, Renegade, please don't use this picture for all the other Turbo Rangers. I know you guys like to have the shared ability cards with the same art style to so it's easily recognized, which I personally I like that too. However, the one thing I don't like is I don't like it when there's a full Ranger, and especially this one is a single Ranger on here, and the last thing I want is when I pull, if I get the pink Turbo Ranger and I pull this out and it has the red Turbo Ranger on it, personally I think what they should do is just move it over, just move it over, and so we just have the blaster there, so we know what it is. We don't actually need the Ranger to go with it. Now that's just me. That's my suggestion. You guys can take it or leave it. If any of you guys are actually watching this. So some other abilities. Some really cool one. I like this really cool one. Full throttle with the fire all around the Red Turbo Ranger. And then we got Red Light Slash. We have the Turbo Lightning Sword. Really cool art over here. Something I'm seeing, just overlooking them with these Turbo Ranger cards, is that the energy cost is either 0 or X. That's actually really cool. So obviously it's gonna be it's either gonna cost no energy, or the X usually is as much as you spend is how powerful it gets. So that's actually going to be a really fun Ranger to play as, and I imagine if they do make TJ, that like the TJ will have the same deck as this as well. This is the Black Dino Rangers cards. Here we go. Some really cool on here. Here's a Brachio Staff. I like the energy orb over here. Some really cool art with these cards. I actually really like I really like how they go with these cards. I'm trying to figure out. All right, this is a Fire Strike. I'm trying to figure out what this creature over here on the side is like. Probably this might be like, maybe it was something from the comics or something like that. I don't know. Maybe it's a Quantron. I cannot tell. I mean, it's probably like the best way to do it, so that way I can't tell. And that way, if it's like, I'm glad it's not something like generic, like actual putty, because you know the Dino Thunder never fought putties ever. But like that. I really like to do it, but you know, so I'm playing like, but over here, this Jurassic Counter deck clearly looks like a putty. Like I said, the Dino Thunder Rangers, they didn't fight putties, but it's all right. Really cool art, nonetheless. Like I said, Evil Ranger Robot Tommy. Yeah, that's a mouthful right there. I'm sorry, it's Evil Robot Tommy. I don't know why I added Ranger to that title. But he is classified as a monster, so when you put this in there, you put him in the in the monster section. And these are his evil cards that you're gonna have to fight. There should be 8, right? Yep. There's 8, and some really cool art. We got Cyborg Beatdown. Dark Brachio Staff. Single Combat. I like this one. It's the evil robot going against the White Ranger. That's really cool. It reminds me of that Dimensions in Danger episode. And then Heartless Barrage. Really cool art. I really like that, like all the pictures that he has, like the glowing red eyes. That's actually really cool. For the final thing we're going to take a look at it, we're going to take a look at their tarot size cards. These are going to be the Zords and their character cards. And you know, the first thing over here we have is Dragon Zord and White Tiger Zord. Like I said, we've actually had these 2 cards before. They were in the Kickstarter. So I'm just gonna say what I said before. I wish we got like different art for these 2, just to make like the Kickstarter more exclusive. But that's just a very nitpick side of me. For Turbo Red Ranger, his Zord card is actually the Lightning Cruiser. Alright, so continuity here, just to let you guys know, Tommy never got the Lightning Cruiser. TJ actually got this. Also, Lightning Cruiser is not really a Zord. Now, I can understand why they went this route, because it is like a doomed scenario. Now, because, alright, they gotta future-proof things. What if, like, you know, what if they make a turbo pack like they did, like a Turbo Ranger pack, like they did with the Zeo Ranger pack? You know, do you give the other 4 Rangers the Turbo Zords and then you give TJ the Lightning Cruiser? Or, like, do you end up with, like, 2 Red Lightning Zords? Or do you give them... Or do you give those guys the rescue Zords and like completely skip the Turbo Zords? Like, so many of these questions, and I think, to be honest, this is probably the best way to do it, even though it's not, even though this is not canonical at all. Now, I will say this: if they do make a Turbo Ranger pack, I will gladly trade this card with the Red Lightning Zord and like give this one basically to TJ and then give this one to Tommy. That's just assuming they make the Red Ranger TJ, which I have a feeling they did, because that's why they have the Red Turbo Ranger here. But yeah, still a pretty cool card. I actually really like the art. I always liked the Lightning Cruiser. It's actually really cool. Like I said, not really a Zord, but if I was a game designer and I was like stuck with this kind of decision, I would have done the same thing. That's just me personally. You know, let us know down in the comments below what you guys have done. They're like, you know, all you Packer fans who know what I'm talking about. We got Dino Thunder Black's Brachiozord. So really cool Zord. Fortunately, you know, action figure wise, they didn't actually make this one for America. And then I actually have the Abo Ranger one that they made like in Japan and everything, and I was like totally excited when I got it. But like I remember when I picked it up and I was like, whoa, this is not big at all like it should be. And like they basically made that Zord like the size of like the actual like Thundersaurus. I think that's what they call the Megazord. Thundersaurus and Megazord. It was like almost the same size. In fact, like you could have tipped the Brachio head and put it as the arm for the toy. Just, I guess that was their way to make it interactive. But like, yeah, that figure did not. You could not fit the actual. Oh my gosh, Biozords. That's what we call it. I was about to call them dinosaurs. No, you could not fit the actual Biozords inside that toy. They actually made little tiny Biozords so you can put in there. And oh, look at that! Tommy got his Megazord. Actually, I like this. So this is Dragon Zord in battle mode, and actually, I'm glad they call this Dragon Zord in battle mode and not like Mega Dragon Zord or Dragon Megazord or something like that. Like. One of my complaints about like these newer seasons that like every time something combines or anytime like something stands up, they have to call it Megazord and they don't actually call it like just Zord, like, you know, or like in fighting mode and that kind of stuff. Like the original series, like the first, like, you know, when Saban first had it, they were really protective and like it was like if all the Rangers didn't link up together, it was not a Megazord. But that's actually really cool. I do like this. So now, if I put, you know, if I have Tommy in the team, instead of putting in like the Megazord, we can actually get Dragon Zord in fighting mode. That would be really fun to do. If only I had like a figure of this Megazord like that size. I think the only I'm sure somewhere someone has to find it. I know there's like small ones maybe. All right, so. Here we go. This is the character cards. This is the Green Ranger's character card, and here are the White Ranger's character card. These two are the exact same from the Kickstarter. I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but I wish they at least like changed the art, just to make the Kickstarter more exclusive. But it's the same cards, same powers. Here is Turbo Red. And, you know, just to make sure they wrote your Tommy Oliver, so, you know, it's not TJ. It should be Tommy Oliver, because, you know, it's the Tommy Oliver pack. Dino Thunder Black. And, like, okay, over here does say Tommy Oliver. I wish they put a thing over here that says Doctor. Like, you know, they could just put a DR, period. Just Dr. Tommy Oliver, because, you know, the students refer to him in this series as Dr. Tommy Oliver. Alright, so I just complained about the other two cards and be like, oh man, they weren't, like, you know, I wish like they're more Kickstarter exclusive and that kind of stuff. Alright, here we go. Look at this. Renegade already addressed my complaint as I was unboxing and reviewing it on this. We got a new White Ranger and a new Green Ranger card, and I'm like, so, you know what, like, just rewind and just erase what I just said about what I just said about those two cards. And, you know, personally, I'm kind of glad it's there for, like, so people who did miss the Kickstarter, they still have those abilities. But we do actually have, so, but we actually do have things, new art, new abilities. So White Ranger, he now has this rallying light ability, and this Green Ranger has Gift of the Dragon ability. Really cool. Really like that. So, Renegade, thank you for addressing my complaint in the middle of me unboxing this. And that is everything that is in this set. Like I said, my only complaints is that I wish, like, you know, they already did the ability cards, but I wish, like, I just wish they just changed the art on, like, the duplicate cards that we had from the other Kickstarter sets. And that's just only so the Kickstarter sets felt more exclusive and, like, it didn't feel like, you know, we just have just duplicates of everything. It's really not that big of an issue. And the only reason I'm bringing it up because that's how the Ninja Turtles Shadows of the Past did that when they re-released Casey, April, and Splinter. Was all three of them still had the same ability cards. They just had different art to the cards. And then, like, you know, when they did their second one, their second Kickstarter, and they were like, everyone still had the same abilities. It was just updated art from whichever set they chose from. But that's actually really cool. I've said before, Tommy is actually one of my favorite Power Rangers from the series. Personally, I didn't actually start watching the series until like Green with Evil came on, and then I kind of got like really interested in it just because of his character, just because I just thought his character was really cool coming out, and especially like how he was evil. I thought it was really cool. Now, what's actually nice about this set, and what I really want to do, and I'm going to convince my friends that we should do this, just have a full-out Tommy fight. Because we now have 5 Tommy Oliver figures for Tommy, and then we also have 2 monsters for Tommy, which is the evil Green Ranger and this evil robot Tommy, and then we got a boss character, which is Lord Draken. So we can make just a complete, just Tommy versus Tommy, just like everything. That would be really fun to do, and I really want to try that. Let me know down in the comments below what other fun scenarios you can actually think of. Alright, join us next time. We are going to be taking a look at the Mega Goldar figure. So this is like just, you know, we had Goldar from the Kickstarter set from the first Kickstarter. Now we got this huge Goldar! And the only one that's missing from this set is actually the red Zeo Power Ranger. Mainly because the red Zeo Power Ranger was in the Zeo Ranger pack. So this is basically Renegade's way to avoid duplication. So we're going to go ahead and open it up now. Alright. This is going to be on retail. So if you guys actually backed the first Kickstarter, or you got like the Kickstarter pack from like their conventions or anything from there, you have already received the Green and White Rangers before. Now, that was a Kickstarter thing, and that wasn't available for the public. Now, this is going to be out in the retailer shelves, like especially the game stores and the comic book stores and those kind of places for people to actually get. So those people who don't actually go to Kickstarter or not even aware about this game, and they go like, this is their way of actually getting the Green and White Rangers, which are the 2 most popular Rangers for like just pop culture for Power Rangers in general. This was a great way to do that, because now I had this feeling like when the base game came in, it was just like the 5 original Rangers, which it should be, because that's how it should. And then like Green and White ended up becoming Kickstarter. I knew that they weren't going to be Kickstarter exclusive forever, because Tommy is a very popular Ranger. Like, you know, some of the other characters like Pumpkin Rapper and Eye Guy, I don't expect them to come out in retail at any time, but Green and White Rangers, like, you know, those are too popular that they can't like have it. So the models in here are going to be actually different from the Kickstarter models. So like they're going to be so you're going to actually have a different figure for Green and White Ranger as opposed to the other one. So, alright. So, join us next time. And alright, till next time, guys. See ya. You already have received red and white. I'm sorry, red. No, this is green. I'm colorblind. I dropped it. That's what I did. I'm going to stop the video and do it again. It is kind of nice, like, I don't like any of that.